Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So glad you're with us. So over the last few weeks, you have seen a transformation with this Grand National. We have gotten the body ready for paint. We painted everything in the last episode, and we are making strong progress toward getting this back on the road. We've turned it from this into this, and I can't wait to show you guys what's next. So let's get into it.
Morning. So I have a little bit of time and I'm going to quickly check what codes are on this car so I can research during the day and hopefully get it to a better running state. So here's a quick recap on what happens. It does start, it does run, it stumbles and backfires into the intake. It runs better with vacuum lines disconnected. I have two disconnected and now it's able to hold an idle. If I plug them up, it's it'll just die out on me. So I do see the check engine lights on. This is after I've replaced the oxygen sensor and cleaned up all the wires. I feel like I'm getting fuel and spark, but maybe something's just amiss. So hopefully it's just a sensor and I don't have to replace injectors or anything more serious, but let me jump the connection at the ALDO and see what codes we get. So we're looking at terminals A and B. So let me jump those. Okay, jumped. And if you guys have never read codes this way before, you basically take a look at the check engine light and it tells you by how it flashes what codes are on it. So the check engine light's over on this side. Let's see what his pulse is. No pulse. And I'm applying ground directly to terminal 2, which is the same thing as which is the same thing as jumpering, and I'm not getting any movement on that check engine light. But it's really weird because check this out. Check engine light is on. I just realized my alternator isn't charging. I'm getting 12 volts when it's running. Well, basically what turned into a quick check is full undiagnosis for the new problem. So I'll get back with you guys once I have more. I did a little work off camera and pulled out what was left of the old oxygen sensor. So that could explain why it was running so poorly. Hopefully with this new Denso unit, we can get some consistent idling RPMs. So I am with the Grand National again, and we're still having that issue with the check engine light not showing us what the codes are. I was able to do some research and some signs point to a bad ECU, and there are a couple steps to troubleshoot it, so I'm gonna hop into that right now. Thankfully, with some of this dash torn apart, this is actually the ECU right here in this panel. I'm gonna get some tape, keep that out of the way, and take a closer look at this. Should be able to get it out pretty easily. Uh-oh. Not enough stick. What the heck is going on here? Why does nothing want to stick? Nothing?
While I struggle with tape over here, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks.
Okay. It lasted a little bit. Wow. That's a lot to go through. Okay. So there's a chip right beneath this. Let me get you a little bit closer. You can check it out. There's a chip right behind this panel right here. So it looks like it's a 5 or 6 millimeter. I'll take that off and we can access the chip. Yeah, this is back when computers in cars had chips. Go figure. There we go. Oh, they're tiny. Wow. Try reseating. That would help. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick ECM test now that I reseated the chip. What I'm looking for when I turn the ignition on is for the check engine light to turn on, blink off, and then come back on. Okay, that didn't happen. I'm going to repeat that procedure with the large chip plugged out. And it should flash rapidly, letting me know that, hey, the computer senses that there's a problem with its EEPROM chip. If that doesn't happen, then we have a bad ECM and we have to replace it. So hopefully that's not the case. Well, I'd rather it be the case, that way I found out what the issue is, but we'll see. Same deal. See that bad boy right there? Will it run? Okay, so the fact that it can run without its EEPROM, I'm getting more and more convinced it's a bad ECM. So let's take a look at prices. You know, I'm thinking to myself, there was a reason why this sat in a field for 27 years. What if they just couldn't find a reason why, and it was the ECM the entire time? Would that be enough of a reason to let something this nice just sit in a field? They're like, oh, well, you know, eventually I'll get back to it. It's just crazy to think that something that could have cost maybe $150 at the time kept them from years of enjoyment. I don't know. Lucky for me, I guess, but it's just a shame to think. Anyway, that wraps it up for this one. I'll find out how much an ECM costs, pop it in, and hopefully we can button up the front end once we know that everything is in running driving condition. Talk to you soon.